today is Elders. Now, if you recall, around this time yesterday, we saw Elders dropping. It was down about 7% by the end of the session. And this came after it apparently briefed some investors privately. And we did have Elders have to come to market to explain the price query. Now, Elders did say that there was no real reason why any of the information that was disclosed within those presentations should have caused its share price to drop. It's saying not aware of any information that had not been announced, which, if known by some of the market, could explain the recent trading in its securities. So today they've come to market. They're obviously doing a presentation at Goldman Sachs and being very transparent about what they are presenting to these investors. And just a couple of headlines coming from it. Just that, look, the ABARES summer crop outlook has been complicated by recent unseasonable rainfall. And the market outlook in that is that there's a favorable outlook for FY23, a moderated following unseasonable spring rainfall. So there you go. That's our stock of the day. Elders currently today up by 2.7%. I'll start with you, David Lane in Brisbane, to get a view on Elders. I mean, was yesterday a golden buying opportunity in this company that really has been firing on all cylinders?
Well, it has, and it's been I suppose, a beneficiary of the global scenario that we've had with high cattle prices, high wheat prices, sheep prices, etc. And the demand for fresh food has been very positive. So it's had a good period, and I think reading through the announcement or the investment presentation that they sent through today, I think what the market may have been spooked about is the outlook going forward, in that we are seeing a softening of prices for cattle and sheep, and those ABARE forecasts are that we will see a less positive production year next year. And but yeah, in terms of that value, they've come off significantly. Their shares are trading, just above that $9 mark. The PE ratio is 8.7 times, dividend yield of 6%, or over 6% at the moment. So from a value point of view, it does stack up very well. Have to say it's not a stock that we have covered, so we don't have an official recommendation on it. But I guess if you want some exposure to that agricultural sector, it is difficult to get that through a listed investment. Shares are relatively priced, or reasonably priced at current levels. But it is a bit concerning when you see the share price falling off as much as it has, and I'm sure Michael will let us know what the charts are saying as far as that share price decline is concerned.
But you would hold if you were in it?
I'd probably, definitely be holding it, and potentially be, if it's a stock that you've got in your portfolio, look at the share price weakness as a potential opportunity to add at reasonably attractive levels.
Okay, thank you. Michael, Elders.
It is, look, I'd find this too difficult to hold, to be honest. I mean, obviously a year ago, it was a completely different story. Things were looking great for their business, but as David mentioned, prices have started to moderate over the past 12 months. So you've got that, situation where prices are heading back. We've had excess rainfall, as viewers will recall. Last November, we had CEO resign and a softer outlook than expected. So, the momentum has definitely turned the corner several months ago, and things are going against the company. And I guess yesterday's sell-off was potentially a lot of investors thinking, well, given that momentum, they were a bit worried they were going to get another sort of shocking set of numbers, because I think when the shares fell in November, we were talking sort of 30-40% type falls on the day, or maybe it was 20-something%, but not a pretty picture. So look, it's rebounded today by about 3%. I think on relief that the outlook is still quite positive, but that is only an outlook, and that could change pretty quickly. So
you'd be selling, it sounds like.
Look, I'd keep if I was holding it, I'd keep a close eye on what today and tomorrow brings. If the selling doesn't start to kick in again, and it starts to hold here, then we could assume that, okay, everyone that wanted to sell it has done so, and maybe it could start to increase. But I'd then be looking at an opportunity to get out. I just think a stock that could provide an outlook and drop 20-something% in a day is just too risky. It did it in November. It did something similar in around, I think, sort of May last year. Just that sort of volatility, I think, is just a bit dangerous. I think if you were, if you were a farmer yourself and you were quite into that industry and you could pick up on the nuances of how things are going, you might have a bit more insight. But I think from sitting here at the desk, I just don't have enough confidence.
Sydney,
Sitting
Wearing
at a desk
a suit.
in a suit, I'm not the kind of guy to ask. I just think it's a bit too risky.
Okay, got it.